So just the other day, I was doing what I do best. I was sitting at a Texas Roadhouse enjoying a basket of delicious golden buns, an amazing half rack of ribs, and I found myself thinking about life. For those of you who don't know me, my life is pretty much consumed by trading in the markets. Stocks, options, crypto, futures, and pretty much everything else in between. So naturally, a lot of the questions I have in my life relate to the market. And it was in that exact moment of culinary paradise that I asked myself a pretty important question. Which day of the week is the best day to trade? After I finished my meal, I rushed home to my Corolla in search of the answer because it seemed feasible to me. If I could find said answer, I might be able to make some more money. Now folks, I searched the interwebs high and low and I could not find the answer. As you can tell from the length of this video, I didn't quit there because Mama Kohrs didn't raise no quitter. And I also remember that I have a degree in computer science, so I could pretty easily backtest market data and find out the answer for all of us. And that's exactly what I'm here to do. I want to talk about the best day of the week to trade, whether you're a bull or even a bear. So with that being said, sit back, relax, don't forget to smash the like button, and let's ride. Now, for those of you who are a stickler for detail, I want you to know that I did all of this testing on the S&P 500 futures market, but still, with that being said, there's going to be a high correlation with the S&P 500 itself or ETFs tracking the index such as SPY or VOO. And even with that being said, there's still going to be a high correlation with other highly related indices such as the NASDAQ 100 or even all of their related options. My point in bringing this up is I want to better highlight the goals of my research. I want to know what day of the week it's better to be a bull. I want to know what day of the week it's better to be a bear. And I want to know what day of the week it's best to just sit on my hands and do absolutely nothing. Now, obviously, with that information, you could choose to use it and leverage it however you want. I wish you the best of luck. Now let's get into some of the nerdy stuff. My testing included 4 major parts. The first 2 included a data set that goes back 2 decades, 20 years. Basically, I wanted to know what happens in the long term. And the second half included a data set that's only the first 6 months of 2023. And my idea for doing this was basically we can compare the long-term trend to what we've been seeing recently. The other major variation I tested here was examining any differential on both time frames from holding from open to close or close to close. What I mean by that is, let's just arbitrarily say we're examining Fridays. Is there any major difference from buying at open on Friday and then selling at the close, or buying at market close on Thursday and then holding that one full day to the market close on Friday? That's what I mean from the difference of open to close versus close to close for that same day. Alrighty, let's get rocking with test numero uno. We're going to be looking at the S&P 500. We're going to be buying at open and selling at close for each individual day of the week, and our data set will be the last 20 years worth of trading. Monday is essentially a net neutral day with respect to total net profit, but the bulls did win about 53% of the time. Tuesday is a slight improvement with respect to both profit and accuracy. Once again, the numbers are getting even better when we look at Wednesday, and Thursday is clearly the best. A total net profit over $60,000 and an accuracy of 55.5%. Here are the results for Friday. It's still positive, but clearly not as good as Thursday. Now let's move on to test number 2. We're still looking at the S&P 500 and we're still using the last 20 years worth of data, but instead of buying at open and selling at close, we're buying at the previous close and selling at the next close. When doing it this way, the bulls do have a slight edge on Monday, but it's nothing too crazy. However, when you move it forward by one day to look at Tuesday, the bulls really start to dominate. The total net profit is over $80,000 and the accuracy is just above 54%. For Wednesday, the total net profit happens to go down, but the accuracy does go up. Thursday happens to have almost the exact same results as Monday. And finally, Friday is a slight improvement relative to the numbers produced by both Monday and Thursday. Let's take a quick break to review what we've done thus far. At this point, we've looked at the S&P 500 over the past 20 years, and we split it into 2 different tests. One was buying at open, selling at close. The other was buying at the previous close and then selling at that day's close. So the real differential is that overnight session. The results from these 2 tests suggest that it never really pays to be a bear. Yes, there are some neutral days, such as buying at open and selling at close on a Monday, but other than that, all of the results say it kind of pays to be a bull. if you want to know the best time to be a bull, at least according to this data, there's two clear opportunities. For those of you who are interested in buying at market open and selling at market close, Thursdays are clearly your day. And for those of you who are interested in buying at the previous market close and then selling at the current market close, Tuesdays are your day. So that would mean buying Monday market close and then selling Tuesday's market close. So now that we got all of that out of the way, it's pretty fair for you to ask, have these trades been working recently? Fortunately for all of us, I have those results right here. To kick this section off, we're once again looking at the S&P 500. We're going to be buying at open and selling at close, but this time around, we're not looking at the last 2 decades worth of data. Instead, we're looking at the first 6 months worth of 2023 data. Throughout the year, Monday happens to favor the bulls in terms of profit, but the accuracy is perfectly 50%. Tuesday is a slight downgrade relative to Monday, but it still does favor the bulls. Wednesday happens to favor the bears. In fact, it's the most bearish day in 2023, at least when you're buying at open and selling at close. Similar to what we saw in the long-term data, when you're buying at open and selling at close, Thursday is a very bullish day. In 2023, Thursdays have a profit factor over 2 and an accuracy over 60%. Unlike what we saw before, Fridays in 2023 have been very bullish. A total net profit of almost 21,000, a profit factor over 3.5, and an accuracy almost at 75%. That's beyond impressive. Now for the final test, let's once again use the S&P 500 and let's once again use data from the first half of 2023, but this time, let's include the overnight session. The results for Monday are slightly favoring the bears. Tuesday is pretty much net neutral, but the accuracy does favor the bears. Wednesday once again favors the bears and once again is the worst day of the week. On the flip side of that, Thursday has again proven to favor the bulls. And finally, Friday has shown itself to be the most bullish day of 2023. So what can we learn from this second half of testing? Well, both tests are basically telling us the same thing. With respect to 2023, Wednesday has been favoring the bears and Thursday and Friday has been favoring the bulls. And now it's time for the most important part of the video. What can we learn by putting all 4 tests together? Basically, where can we make money? The first major thing that jumped out to me is that it doesn't really pay to be a bear. Yes, there are pockets of weakness, but in the long term, it's the bulls who end up making money. With that being said, if you're wondering which day of the week it's best to be a bull, the results of these 4 tests are pointing to one day specifically, which happens to be Thursday. Now, obviously, it goes without saying that this isn't going to work with 100% accuracy. I'm not sitting here promising you that if you YOLO your account every single Thursday, you're somehow going to make money, because that's not how it works. But statistically, there is a clear edge in the market favoring the bulls, specifically on Thursday. On that note, when I was doing all the research for this video, I did find a particular situation in which it really paid to be a bull on Tuesday. So if you want me to make a standalone video for that one, let me know in a comment below. And in all reality, I would love to get your feedback on these types of data deep dive videos in a comment below. I appreciate all the good vibes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one.